Some governments are negotiating with bandits or the criminal elements. I mean, there can be no basis for not having that matter resolved politically.
Because it's obviously political. And at the same time, it also carried an unfinished sort of like a business for those who saw an opportunity to wipe off the Igbos from Nigeria map, the likes of Bukuari. When they said the war was over, no winner, no vanquish, the likes of Bukuari probably felt so disappointed because when he became your president again, he threatened to wipe the dot out of the circle because the Igbos are just like dot in the circle, all because of this Nnamdi Kanu. So it is kind of like carried over hatred for somebody who has carried a generational hatred for some God knows reasons, right? And he thought probably he could do that that he couldn't do. He did try. Were hundreds of innocent young men and women that were killed by the Nigerian military in the eastern part of Nigeria, especially in the last 7 years. You get that now? While thousands have gone missing, some have been thrown into different jails all over the country without any court trial, any court appearance, or what have you. That's why we call it a systemic kind of like a profiling of the Igbos, that if you are not an Igbo person and you are not probably self-aware enough, you are likely never even going to see it. Rather, you can join the bandwagon of those who are pushing their further tribal, ethnic, rivalry and all that, or ethnic hatred. That being said, the people of a Plateau, just yesterday, the National Assembly of Nigeria, they were debating this topic of, is there any Christian persecution going on in Nigeria? Is there Christian genocide going on in Nigeria? The answer is yes. And they are saying, no, it's not just the Christians. The Muslims are also being killed, which is also true. So therefore, we can say there is a terrorist genocide going on in Nigeria, where Nigerians are being killed in their tens and hundreds by these marauding terrorists. So the National Assembly of Akwabiole are considering going to the United States of America to meet with the U.S. Senate and put up a position, okay? But they are also personally kind of convinced that the increased insecurity in Nigeria in the recent times is possibly due to some opposition figures who want to use insecurity to discredit Tinubu so that they could take power like they did in 2015. So that's kind of idea with no real backing, no proof or anything at all, by the way. They are riding on that, and they are convinced that number one, they've denied it's not happening. Therefore, it is not that severe or serious as the Americans want to make it. Okay. So then number two, if we are all agreed that some people are doing all of this, then that means we know why they are doing it. We shouldn't bother ourselves, okay? So we are just going to make sure that they don't win power, sort of. So again, nothing will be done. And nothing done is the reason why the victims of these terrorism attacks, right, who have continued to share their experiences, their losses, most of the time immediately after they happen. Documenting all of this gives credence or credibility to the figure that there is a Christian genocide going on. It's the jihadists that are killing people, the ones that they continue to call bandits. They are not bandits. These are armed Fulani terrorists. So it is the job of the government, by the way, if the politician says, oh, this possibly is being sponsored by some people to discredit Tifnumbu. Now, in order not to get Tifnumbu discredited, what would be the right thing? Pick up those people. There is a chance that the insecurity will probably begin to subside slowly until it is over. So you can't tell people that, oh, we suspect this, and at the same time, work with the theory and say, oh, there must be some people, but we do everything to make sure that they don't take over this country. What are you talking about? Get rid of these people. In Plateau State, yeah, these people have come out again to say, listen, our murderers are not just working alone. And this information itself is probably not new. It's actually not new, okay? And that is, we've had instances. Yes, we've had eyewitnesses who have said that sometimes before an attack is carried out on a particular community, there will be some strange movements, that will be observed in and around the area. And sometimes it includes the withdrawal of the military or the soldiers that are stationed close to the area. They will be withdrawn. Then another thing is they could see chopper, helicopter flying over their area. And then they will just they will see it far away in places where they personally believes that the terrorists are camping. You get that now? So then stuffs are being dumped for them. There are people suspected to be arms that are being supplied there to these terrorists. All these eyewitnesses, all this information are meant to help the local, and so are meant to help the security officials, right? But I don't think they've ever been put to use, which continue to show to us that these terrorists in Nigeria wouldn't actually have this long mileage if they didn't have the compromised security officials, government officials who have made it easier for them this long. But the victims, the list keeps growing.
Sir, yesterday I spoke bitterly at Kubon, a village in Boy district, because of the killings. These people came and they killed 7 people. What actually pains us most is it has already been in record that the Moravul man has never attempted attacking a person. We have never done that. We've been piping our youths. And indeed, the Moravul man is a law-abiding person. Yet, these people, they are persisting. What actually is paining us most is when our youth, stand to defend, to react, the security personnel are fighting us. They are fighting us. Most of the casualties in the hospitals, they were injured by these soldiers. I don't actually know. Have they come to secure the life of people or to fight the people? Knowingly that the Fulani man is the man that is always attacking us. They knew, and they have done nothing about it. Besides that also, I want to say this to your hearing, Commissioner of Police. Hear this very, very well. The people used to come with sophisticated weapons. Sophisticated weapons. I have an exhibit of what happened. What is this? What color? Which color is this? Is this not army green? This is what they use. But when our boys will stand with their local, I say local, just local made gun to protect their land, your people will fight them and will also collect it. We are bitter about that one. We are bitter about that one. And so we want to say this categorically, that if these people will not, if they will not support us, if they will not support us, please clear them away. What happened at Yambas? What happened at Yambas? The soldiers were sending our youth away, and the Fulani people were burning our houses, and they didn't stop them. And they just stood, and they allowed them to burn our houses. Nothing was done about that. Sir, enough is enough. What this woman have just said, I want to emphasize on that. People saw it. After the killings, the soldiers brought 3 hillocks and they convey all the Fulani man back. How do we interpret that? That is our grievances. Thank you for coming, creating your time to come.
The man was addressing the police commissioner, by the way, so that you don't think he's just talking to camera at a protest ground. Oh, no. He was speaking directly to the commissioner of police, explaining everything you heard there, the role of the military, compromised military, firing at the people in order to chase them away. The terrorists, Fulani terrorists came in. They said their homes are ablaze. In a country that has government, man, they've got local government, chairman. They have a state governor. They've got state assembly representative. They've got national assembly representatives. And all these things are happening. But none of them could actually really say it as it is, confront it, because they may lose their political seat. I mean, those are eyewitnesses. This is not just something that Maiyegun is making up. Oh, Maiyegun is just making it up. I'm not making things, so I don't make things up. When I want to joke, it's not even like a make-up joke. I mean, made-up joke. That's not joke. This is the everyday experience of an average Nigerian who are at the cross line of this Fulani terrorism. And yet you will still see state government organizing peace talk with terrorists who didn't come to surrender weapons. They came to come and have a chat so that the community will agree to their terms which includes giving them money every month for security. In northern Nigeria now, some of the areas where these terrorists have taken over, people have been subjected to paying them a special tax, which is for their protection if they don't want to be attacked or kidnapped. And that is the graveyard peace that APC, Egbekegbe, have been promoting in Nigeria to shield these terrorists from the real prosecution. They continue to come down, even in Kwara. The whole story about Kwara and the reactions that followed. You will think that's it, but that's not it. Another was talking in the National Assembly yesterday.
Distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Saliu Mustafa, representing Kwara Central. I want to lend my voice to this urgent debate on the floor today, ably moved by Senator Lola Ashiru, who happens to be my colleague, my brother from the same state. I represent Kwara Central, he represents Kwara South. Sir, if anything happens in Kwara South or Kwara North, it's as good as happening in Kwara Central, because we are from the same state and our people are interwoven. There is no gainsay here to say maybe it's affecting Kwara South, so it doesn't bother me. No. We are interwoven in so many aspects, and that is how it also extends to the other parts of the country. We've had series of complaints, debate, concerns over insecurity in this country. I think, sir, it is time we stop all the rhetorics and all hands must be on deck. Be you in government, be you outside government, the security of lives and properties in one way or the other will definitely affect you. So we must not play politics with it. All we should do now is to try and see how solutions can be profiled, especially also putting the nation, our leaders in prayers, because any bad decision taken by leaders in government will definitely affect all of us. So it's not time to blame anybody. For me, banditry, kidnapping, we must categorize them as criminal activities. There is no religion, there is no tribe, there is no ethnicity that abhors this. Anybody caught should be dealt with as a criminal. If we approach it from that angle, without sentiment, without emotion, I think we will go a long way in resolving these issues. The security agencies are doing their best. We must applaud them. The president is doing his best. Those of us here too are doing our best in trying to oversight and make sure the voice of our people are heard. So we should please put all hands on deck and address this thing as criminal activities. Thank you, sir.
Obviously, or could you make any sense out of all he said? The contribution, our people, he admitted there's these killings, my people in Kwara. Okay, so all these people killing my people, I want us to leave emotion and just call them criminals. Are you mad? They are not just criminals. These are terrorists. Why is it so difficult for them to actually call them terrorists? People who are detonating bombs, they are planting landmines. They are driving the seized military armored personnel carriers. They are shooting automatic rifles. Baba, these guys are shooting anti-tank weapons and anti-tank gun. That if you are driving a tank, they have guns that will penetrate the metal, the weapon, everything. It will enter everywhere. People will get RPG. Guys who have the power to shoot down military jets. All these things I'm saying to you, they have used, they have done, they've displayed them, we've seen them online. So don't tell me government don't know. Normally you would think, okay, the security architecture of a country, in this instance, okay, me, I am not a security expert, but hear me out, okay? Hear me out. The Fulani terrorists, the Boko Haram terrorists, ISWAP, and every other terrorist that is operating in that contraption. Wouldn't it be better if this intelligence community, they call themselves, okay, like the Dokwemu Stupid Service, DSS, NIA, DIA, don't ask me for their meanings. They have all these funny titles. Secret guys, their job is to sniff around, look around for something that they believe is probably, anti-government or anti-country. They're supposed to be about the country, right? So imagine if they actually spend their time to monitor the movement of terrorists. Do you get what I mean? Like, you don't just place soldiers everywhere, okay? Just zombies who are waiting for order. No, you monitor the movement of terrorists as they are moving. You get to know that, okay, they've moved. This is their number and all of that. We're going to round them up when they get to that particular spot. And then you corner them, finish them. Use your own resources. Is that something too hard? Like, if you have a security system that is not compromised, not corrupt with religious, tribal, and all this nonsense stuff that they have used to polarize the system, sure you get. Is that not practical? I mean, is that not practical? To monitor the terrorists too. and then you corner them before they strike. But no, the terrorists have become so established that they have camps. Yeah. They are not moving. Their boys just go on